Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Toucannon from Pokemon. Let's get started at the top of our page by drawing in the beak. So now I'm going to start at the very tip down here. I'm going to draw a curve that goes up and over towards the right. So start at the tip, draw a curve going up and over to right about there. Now from this point I just want to draw on the edge of the beak. So I'm going to start at the very top and curve out and then down directly below that line. So we're going to bring this down to right about here. So going over towards the right, pulling that down to right about there. Now I just want to connect those 2 points with another curve. So we start at the tip, curving over, and then down. Now we're going to go back up to the top and just trace this same curve going all the way down to the bottom, but along here it's going to leave a little gap. Starting at the top, stop right about there, leave a small gap, and just continue down towards the bottom. Now from these 2 points, I just want to draw a horizontal line going out. And then at the end, I just want to draw an oval. Starting from the top, we'll go up, come down, and then back up. Now let's draw the separation line for the top and lower beak. So starting at the bottom, we're going to step in and draw a curve that goes all the way over towards this line. And then along the beak, we're just going to add some stripes. Starting from the tip, up here, we're going to curve over, then down. We're going to take that same curve and draw 3 more times going over towards the right. Stepping over, draw 1, 2, and then one final one on the end. Now that we have the beak in place, we can draw in the eye. So directly beside this point here, we draw a straight line going out. From the end, we're going to go up at an angle, and then we're going to round out the end, coming down towards the bottom. Let's draw in the iris. So down here, it's going to curve. I'm going to step in and draw another curve on the inside. Then we're just going to go ahead and color this area in black. Let's move up and draw on the top brow. So stepping up here, it's going to angle down, aiming towards the iris. We'll go up at an angle, and then I'm going to curve this down towards the bottom. Now down here, it's going to add the little eye bag. So it's a little half oval, starting from the inside, come down to the bottom, and then we'll pull that back up. On either side, I just want to draw a short little line coming out. Now that we have the eye in place, I'm going to draw on the top of the head coming down towards the back. So from this point, I'm going to go up slightly around the eye, and I'm just going to pull this down to right about there. From here, we're going to overlap the wing on top. So I'm going to start with a curve that overlaps that line. So going to the top here, going across, and we'll just pull that down to right about there. Just going to close this little gap off. Now I just want to round this out and come down towards the bottom of the wing. So rounding this out towards the left, and then we'll just pull that back towards the right. I'm going to add a few little feathers on the end here. So from this point, I'm going to curve out. I'm going to continue this curve all the way over towards that tip. Let's add another feather right down here. We'll start right here on the side of the wing, going out with a curve, and then in the opposite direction down to the bottom. Let's go back up to the top of the eye and draw a little trim along the side of the body. So right here, curve back, and then down towards the top of the wing. And then right here, we're just going to do another half circle going out, and we'll just pull that in towards that line. Now we're going to move to the front of the body. So from this inner line, we're just going to curve out the belly and then down towards the bottom down here. Starting right here, we're going to go out, and then just pull that into right about there. We're going to layer the thigh on top of this line. So from this point, we're going to step directly up, curving down, and then tucking that in behind the wing. We're going to take the shape and just duplicate it in the back here, just tucked in behind the body and this front thigh. Coming down, and then just pulling that back in. Now this line on the side of the body is going to continue behind the wing and just scoop up in the belly area here. So from the left side, we'll curve down, and then in behind the wing. Now let's go ahead and draw the front leg here. So starting at the bottom of this curve, we're going to draw 2 angled lines going out. And this one on the right will be a little bit longer. We're going to go in the opposite direction, coming down. Making sure they're at the same height. Now let's go ahead and draw in the claws. So from here, I'm going to curve over towards the first claw. On the back, we're going to curve in the opposite direction, curving out. Now I want to connect those 2 points with a curve. Going across and then down. Right here, I'm just going to separate the claw, a little curve, and then along the top, I just want to draw two little lines coming out. Let's draw the back toe down here. So at the top of this curve, go across and then down. We're just basically duplicating this in the back. Curve this in behind the front claw, add a little separation, and along the top, I'm just going to draw two little hash lines. Let's do the same thing in the back here. So we start with those two lines coming down, the same height, and we're going to go in the opposite direction, down to right about there. And we're going to start with that front claw first. So from here, we're going to curve over towards the left and down. At this point, we're going to curve over and behind the front. Now I'm going to take this point and curve it in behind the front claw. Let's separate the claw here, another curve, and then along the top, just two little hash lines. We'll add one more claw in the back. To the top, curve over, and then we'll pull that back, separate the claw, two little hash lines here. The final step is the tail. So now this thing is actually part of the tail feathers that go all the way around this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom here, curving down, and I'm going to curve in the opposite direction, going upwards. And draw another one down here. So we're going to aim this one out a little bit further towards the right. And we'll pull that back up. I'll draw a little V on the end here, just to break it up. We'll draw another one on the end, so aiming out towards the right. We're going to pull this in behind the wing like that. Finally, we're going to drop the tail coming down. It's going to be folded over on the bottom. So right up here, I just want to curve down to about the same height as the foot. Up here, we're going to curve in the opposite direction, but we're going to make it a little bit wider as we come down to the bottom. Right there. Now from this point, I just want to draw a curve over towards the tip of the tail underneath this line. We're going to curve in the opposite direction, curving back up. We'll draw one more, curving up. And then we'll curve this over in the opposite direction in behind that line. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Toucannon from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.